everyone, it's Madison Gesiotto. Okay, so I have one question for you. Can you buy an election? Michael Bloomberg seems to think so. I don't know if you've seen his advertising dollars spent, but I have, and they're astronomically high. Bloomberg has now spent over $450 million in advertising, and we're not even halfway through the primaries. This is incredible, and it's like nothing we've ever seen before. You look back to Obama's presidential campaign in 2012, and he spent, I think, a little bit over $330 million on advertising. President Trump, as you know, barely spent $500 million in total on everything and won the 2016 election. So Bloomberg is someone who has close to a $60 billion net worth. The possibilities are endless when it comes to what he could spend. But the reality is that no matter what he spends, I don't think he can buy the election. And I don't think it's going to change the fact that he has engaged in racist acts, not only through his policies, but through his words. And this is something that's simply not okay. Bloomberg is racist was trending. And I'm not someone who's quick to jump on these hashtags and say, oh yeah, this person's a racist just because I saw it on Twitter. We see a lot of people do that, and they're quick to judge without doing the research themselves. So I went and I did the research myself. And what I found, I wasn't too happy with. First of all, you hear Bloomberg talking a lot and a lot of people attacking him on stop and frisk. He claims that he inherited this policy. Sure, he inherited the policy, but guess what? Stop and frisk increased sevenfold under Bloomberg's tenure. You know how many people in New York City were stopped and frisked during his tenure? 5 million. Many of them were Black and Hispanic Americans. And if the policy isn't enough, let's talk about his words. And many of you have seen these videos. 95% of murder victims fit one MO. You can just take the description, Xerox it, and pass it out to all the cops. They're male minorities. That's Bloomberg himself saying that. And he continues on in another video to say Black and Latino males don't know how to behave in the workplace. He says that they don't have any prospects. Well, geez, what about white males? What about Asian males? There are many people who might not have prospects, but guess what Bloomberg's really forgetting? That while he was busy worried about sugary drinks and Slurpees, the reason many of these people didn't have any prospects is because of the liberal policies that Bloomberg himself enacted in New York City. We've seen it all across the country. So Bloomberg is gonna have to continue to face the choices he made as mayor of New York as he runs for president. All the money in the world isn't gonna change the fact that he said these things, that he's done these things. And as being someone from Ohio, don't get me started on his comments about farmers, talking about, oh, farmers can't have high IQs. You don't need a high IQ to be a farmer. That's simply not true. Bloomberg, you're gonna lose no matter how much money you spend.